Boli Dzongbey. Ebe Ghana me dze atɔƒali ƒodzi buna mo. Emodzo pe kake goglon le ŋu. And that translates to mean you can't follow the footsteps of your ancestors and still go astray. You might encounter some challenges, but they are all leading you to the right destination. Boli Dzongbey. Ebe ŋunyala ɖeɖe ve mema hotsiku woametɔ̃. Meke ɖeka xɔ ge ye meke eve xɔ ge. Boli Dzongbey. And that translates to mean two wise people cannot share 3 cowries. Who is going to take 2 and who is going to take 1? We all claim we are wise. Boli Dzongbey. So if you go for a divination and you cast Boli Dzongbey, Afa is just reminding you that you shouldn't think you are wiser than the people around you. If you are doing that, it is going to lead you into something else. Afa is at the same time again reminding you that you should be grateful. If you don't learn to be grateful and you lose the people you have around you, you are going to regret it for life. You wouldn't find anyone that will equate that person you lose because of your ungratefulness. Boli Dzongbey. Now, this aspect of Boli Dzongbey reveals how Afa conquered the universe. Till today, Afa is the ruler of the universe simply because of this particular Dzongbey. Dzongbey is the first Boli during the Afan tradition. It is overall. So whenever it shows up, it speaks with authority. And I'm going to reveal to you why Dzongbey speaks with authority. Humans always have the desire to rule over others. But this desire to be authoritative and rule over people didn't start with humans. It started with the energies. There was a time in Fatoma where all these energies were yearning to be a leader. Mami said he was going to rule over the universe. Mami, that is the water energy, said he's going to rule over the universe. The witches and wizard, Miato, they also said they were going to rule over the universe. This became a struggle. So secretly, they were all going to report themselves to the Almighty God. Mami will wake up and go and report the witches. The witches will also wake up and go and report the Mami. The Mamis will also wake up and go and report Afa. So this thing became a struggle. And God was fed up at a point. So God said, okay, now all of you should come. I'm going to put you to a test. Whoever wins rules over the universe. So when it was time for them to go for the test, Mami quickly woke up and dressed in a ceramic plate. That is why till now you see where the way they dress Mami, often in a ceramic plate. So Mami woke up and then dressed in a ceramic plate. The moment the witches and the wizard woke up, they also decided to go and look for Baku, which is in the form of a tree. It looks like a calabash, but it is more fragile. So they decided to go and dress in Baku and also travel to God. But before Afan left, Afan decided to go and consult from Bokolidi. So when Afan got to Bokolidi, Bokolidi casted Dzongbey and told Afan not to travel to God in any of those things, but he should rather travel in a stainless plate. So Afan said, okay. Quickly, Afan went to look for the stainless plate, took it to Bokolidi, and they did some rituals for him. And then he dressed in that stainless plate, and then he traveled to Almighty God. So when they got there, they were all prepared. So God said, you are all welcome. This is the test I'm going to do for you. I will lift you up and leave you. If you sustain the injury and you don't break, it means you have the potencies required to rule over the universe. So God carried Mami and left it to fall on the ground. Immediately, the ceramic plate scattered, meaning Mami has failed the test. She can't rule over the universe. God carried the witches and the wizard, left them on the floor. Quickly, the Akbaku scattered, which is the tree, is scattered. And then God said, you also don't have the potencies to rule over the universe. So it was Afan's turn. God carried Afan and left him on the floor. He sustained the fall. When he fell on the ground, he started singing, Dzongbey, gawenya kosube Dzongbey. Dzongbey, gawenya kosube Dzongbey. Baba nobe gawenya kosube Dzongbey. Meka gawenya kosube Dzongbey. Meaning, The stainless plate in which I am is my pride or is my ego. That is why anyone who is on Dzongbey always comes off with a very high ego. They always have this sense of self that is high when compared to others, because in Fatuma, they won over the rest of the spirits, which is why even till today, if you are on Dzongbey, one way or the other, you'll be in charge of something or even become a king or a queen in a kingdom. So if you're on Dzongbey, you have to be mindful not to let your pride get to your way. Thank you for your time and your attention. Stay tuned for more. Bye for now.